The Wuben X3 Owl. Let's check it out. Light, it is your #1 security tool. It illuminates the dark. You'll use light more than anything else for self-defense, but it's also great for everyday use. Today we're going to take a look at the Wuben X3 Owl. Now, I had seen these around here and there. They have a very unusual look to them, but I didn't have any experience. Picked up a battle box a couple of months ago, and this came in the box. Once I got it out and started messing with it, I was very impressed. Well, Wuben had gotten in touch with me, seeing other flashlight reviews that I do, and was wanting me to review this light. And so they sent me a couple of extra lights. We're going to take a look at those. But this is a really cool option. And one of the reasons it's called an owl is not only does it have these eyes almost, but it also rotates. The head completely rotates around. And so now I can use it in this mode as just a straight out flat type flashlight. It's very compact. Or I can bring it around and use it as an angle head flashlight. And there's some other cool features about this light that we're going to check out. But guys, carrying a small flashlight in your pocket, the more versatile it is, the better it is for your everyday carry. And this is just a really cool option. And we want to thank Wuben for sending the lights and making this video possible. Wuben is offering a 20% discount using Dan20 with the affiliate link down below in the description, and we really appreciate Wuben for offering that. Now, the X3 Owl comes in two different configurations. It comes with just a standard base that you can put it in, and it hooks up to a USB. But then it also comes with this charging case. Now, and this is pretty cool. Now, here we have the white. It's inside the charging case. This is actually blue when you pull it out. And so it comes in 4 different colors, and the box is only in white with the blue. The others are in black. But this is a charging station. It's a battery backup, and we can charge the light just by dropping it in, and this will give you a lot of capability. It's a 3,000 milliamp battery inside. It's 100+ days of battery life using this little charging case. But we're also going to be taking a look at the new X0 Night. And this is almost like a chess piece. But this is actually a pretty cool light. It's definitely an orthodox, very unusual shape. And guys, I love to have innovation. I think this is just one of those type lights. And this is definitely one of those innovative lights. And they just keep getting better. The X3 Owl EDC flashlight. Flat design. Guys, I'm big about the flat design flashlights. And this has the 2 heads, which has a white light and it has a red light. This also uses the Samsung LH351D LED, which is high quality. They use those in a lot of really exceptional lights. Now, one of the things about this light is it'll get up to 700 lumens, and it has a 102 meter beam distance. And we're going to go through all the modes and everything, but there's a lot of features with this little light. Again, guys, I just pulled this out of a battle box, and I was like, now this is a cool light. Your mode settings are right here, your on and off switch. And so you just press it, and right here it'll come up what lumen it's at. So it has a memory setting, so this is 150 lumens, very bright, and it has your battery indicator there. And so we just turn it off. So that's how you get straight to your mode settings. Now, it will go up to 700 lumens max, so that gives you a lot of capable light. And we'll look at the beam pattern. I really like it, especially for an EDC light. But what's really cool is, again, I can use this light like this. I can set it down. I mean, it can be set in plus. It does have a magnetic base, so we can put this onto any metal surface. But I can take this head and I can turn it, just like an owl. Now I have a standard type flashlight. So here I can just turn it on, there's my mode switch, and turn it off. The clip's underneath, so I feel the clip as I'm holding it. It's a very nice metal clip. In fact, a lot of times I see these on holsters. So this way I can hold it this way, I can turn the light on, and I can get to my mode settings. To get to red, press and hold. And now we have our red setting, press and hold, and we go down to the lower red setting. This is 1 lumen. And this is 80 lumens. So this is going to preserve your night vision, and it keeps that low light. It makes it faster for you to be able to adjust to night vision. Now we're going to start out with 1 lumen. So just hit the button, you've got 1 lumen. Again, you have your screen readout. Press and release. Again, now we're at 50 lumens. Press and release, we're at 150. Double click, and we're at 700 lumens. So this gives us a really nice bright light. Now if you triple click, you get strobe. So here we have the strobe setting, and it is at 700 lumens. And it does have a memory setting, so wherever you set it last, except for turbo, it'll go back to that setting. Now let's go ahead and hit the button. We've got our 1 lumens, and just continue to press, and it'll gradually go up and down. So honestly, you can find the lumens you want just by doing this. And then when we push the button again, we're going to go back to that 150 lumens. So here we're going to press the button. We're at 50 lumens. Press and release, 150. We're back down to 1. Double click, we have the 700 lumens. And again, there is your battery life, so you know where you are at all times. Now it does have a translucent polymer body, which is definitely different. The head's metal. One thing you'll notice as well is when it's on, you have blue LEDs that are inside the light. And it comes through the translucence, and it really looks nice. Here with the white, we have the same settings, but when we turn the light on, we also have the blue settings, but it seems a little brighter because of the color, and I guess this is a little more translucent. But this just gives you kind of a unique feature. Now, I see one downside that if I'm shining a light, that this is going to have blue lights that are going to be coming off of it. But if you drop it or something happens, you know, you can find it in the dark. And I just think it's just a cool touch. Now, one thing you will notice right away is this piece right here. And this is for a wireless charger. You can lay these on your wireless charger and charge these directly, which to me is really a cool idea. Now, there are 2 different charging options. One is just a base that you set the light in and it hooks up with a USB-C, and then you can go to a standard USB, charge it however. With this one, we got the charging case. This is actually pretty cool. Now it has this kind of a plastic translucent top, and it snaps together. It's opened at the top, and so we can open it up, and then the light just drops down in it, and now it's charging. In fact, you can see at the readout that it shows that it is charging. And so I can leave it in here and it will be fully charged, and I don't have to worry about it. If I want to check to see if this is charged, I can hit this button, and then the blue comes out and it indicates that it's charging. Now, if this starts to flash, it's gone from 100% down to below 90%. Then it'll go to a red and then a red flash. So this just gives you an idea of where you are. And this takes the USB-C. So we can just plug this in, hook this into any USB, and we're charging. Now the base itself has a 3000 milliamp battery, which really gives you long life. In fact, again, it gives you 100+ days of battery life before you need to recharge it. So this is just a great battery backup, and it's dedicated for your light. To me, it goes great like this. Put it in a car or put it in your bag, whatever, and you've got light all the time. You know that it's always charged, and that is just really peace of mind. This also comes with a lanyard. Now this is a really cool lanyard because you push these buttons, pull it out, and you have your charging cables. So this just stays into one package. And you'll notice that they have the little depressed buttons on either side. So when you want to put it back in, just place it and it'll snap into place. And then this hooks onto this bottom little piece that holds your lanyard. Now here we have it hooked together, and if I want to remove the cables, there's a small little lobster claw right here. I can just open it, I can use my cables, or I can leave this housing because the cables come loose from that. And so this just gives you this on the side. You can always keep this charged. This is honestly a very innovative system. Now it also has on the inside a millimeter ruler. Just a cool way to have a little bit of extra. And the blue, same thing. Just wanted to show it with a different color, but it just gives you a whole different look. Now they do offer one in white that actually glows in the dark. And that's a pretty cool option as well. And there's also a green version. But this, turning around, I can use it in different capacities, however I need to. And to me, it's very versatile. If you have a wireless charger base, you can take it with this copper area, and it has the little symbol right here. Just place it on the charger and now you're charging. Now these are the contact points for your charger, but again, they are magnetic. So this is going to give you hands-free option. Again, it'll attach to any metal surface. We can turn that around. You can shine down, or you can take it, turn it around, and shine it out. So turning it sideways, I mean, it gives you a lot of angles to be able to turn this. And here we have the white. So if you need any kind of light at a different angle, you're going to be able to get it. Goes right in your pocket. It's got a little bit of a lip. Rides really flat. I like that. I really like the flat flashlight designs. It's just more natural. It feels flat against your body. Then if I need to, I could take this out and put it on the outside of my pocket, turn the light on, and then I have hands-free if I need that position. And then two, I can turn this thing to a different angle. I love this head on this flashlight. Now the light is 2.47 ounces, very lightweight. It's 2 3/4 inches tall. It's 1 3/4 inches wide, and thickness is 3/4 of an inch. So it's very compact and easy to carry. Now it's impact resistant up to 1 meter. It's IP65 rating for water resistance, which means that you can have a jet of water hitting any spot from any angle and it'll be fine. But it's not rated for submersible. We're going to start out with just the lowest setting. I'm going to move it up. You can see here at this door, it's a pretty good bit of light. We're going back on up. This is 250 lumens. Double click, and now we have the 700 lumens. And we're about 10 yards from that door. But this is really for EDC. It's a very diffuse beam, and so it gives you enough light to be able to see, look around, good security light. Now we're going to triple click, and we have our strobe. Now from here, if we turn it off, press and hold, we have red. And this is the 80 lumens of red. Again, this is going to preserve your night vision. When this light goes off, it's easier to see at night. We're going to press and hold, and now we have that low lumen setting on the red. Turn it off, turn it back on, we're back to white. To me, one of the coolest things about this light is how it glows. And those LEDs just show up through the translucent body. It really makes a cool light. And then two right here, we've got our readout. We can see what kind of battery life we have. We can see the lumens. Just gives you all your information, and then it just goes out. All right, the Wuben X0. This is an 1100 lumen light. It's an EDC light. It's got a very unorthodox shape to it. It's square. One thing about it, it's not going to roll. You can put it in any direction, and you can just set that light however you want to. It has 125 meter beam distance. Now this is 40 times brighter than your cell phone light. And a lot of people say, well, I don't need a flashlight because I have my cell phone. Well, this is going to give you a lot more capable light. And honestly, any of the lights, the X3 is definitely one that's going to give you much more light. And honestly, it's easier to turn on. Now the mode button is here at the top, and it's a blue anodized finish. It actually flips up. You recharge your battery right through here. This is IPX68, which means it's waterproof, submersible up to 1 meter, and for 30 minutes. So this must be sealed. But you'll notice that when we push down on the pad, it pops back up. These are little springs under here, and so it just allows you to be able to access that again and again. Also, right here at the back is your mode switch. So this just depresses this little button at the back. So first we start out, and we just press and hold. And it will gradually go up in the lumens. And it goes down. So it just gives you a gradual up and down. And you can let go whenever you're ready, or you can double click, and we can go to the full 1100 lumen. This gives you a lot of capability from 1 lumen, and then just double click, and we go up to the 1100 lumens. And then all that in between. Now with it on the turbo setting, just double click, and we go into strobe. And this is at the 1100 lumens. Press and it'll stop. Here we have the pocket clip. It's blue anodized. It's a little stiffer than I'm used to, but definitely it will stay whenever it's in your pocket. Now here at the top, you do have a battery indicator, and that's just going to light up whenever you turn the light on. And then it'll go off. So once we turn the light on, you can see the battery indicator. Just has some really cool features to it. Very different type light. I think what I really like about it is being able to set it in multiple positions. And honestly, it's like the night in a chess piece. Now here is where your battery is stored, under this cap. And you have some small little keys here. It's very difficult to get this off with your hand. Plus this is magnetic, so it does attach. But if we take this and get it started, as you can see, it is a little bit difficult. Get this started. Now one thing about it is too, is if you're not careful, you can scratch that. Honestly, not a real big fan of this, but this is a rechargeable battery, so you're going to be able to leave this just where it is without taking the battery out. But if you need to, you might want to have something that's not magnetic. And we bring out our 18350 rechargeable battery. It's 1100 milliamps. And so this is going to give you really good light transmission. But again, and these are fairly available. Here you can see the spring in the bottom, and then here at the top, it's just a brass connection. Positive goes down inside, negative on the top. Now, I just screw it on as much as it'll go, and then just finish up with my little wrench here. Probably getting an aluminum piece would be a lot better. Yeah, using a magnetic piece to do this is a little bit tricky, and it does get the markings on here, but just be careful when you're putting that in and out. And then again, when you want to charge, just open it up, put in your USB-C, and plug this in to any power bank. It's 2.5 inches in length, it's 1.5 inches in width this way, and it's 1 inch just straight from the front. And it weighs 2.89 ounces. All right, the XO. This is the lowest setting. I mean, we're already getting some good light out there. We're just going to move it on up. You can see how it just dilates. There we go. Now we've got the 1100 lumens. It's really bright. Puts a lot of light out there. And this, of course, unfortunately, because of the haze, we weren't able to get good examples, and I really wanted to give this a fair shake. But this is a lot of light in this area. It does have this sort of hot spot in the center. It's diffused and kind of wide, but then you have a lot of spill on the outside. Really a great light for EDC. Very compact, very handy. Now on the bright setting, double click, and we go to strobe. Nice intense beam. Again, 1100 lumens. Good stuff. Magnetic. We've got our light. I mean, it just gives you a lot of different capabilities to be able to shine this in different directions. I'm going to slip this in my pocket. You know, it doesn't ride bad, and it gives you a nice little area to grab from. It's a little bit stiff, like we talked about. I think the one thing that I have to be careful of is not to activate my power button, but it goes in there very nice. Now the Wuben X3 Owl with the charging case and with the lanyard with the charging cables. This runs $109.99. You can get just the X3 Owl by itself with a charging base and obviously your C-type USB cable, and that runs $81.99. And for the Wuben X0 Night, it runs $69.99. And again, you get a 20% discount using Dan20 with the link down below in the description. So guys, again, light is your #1 security tool. It's great to have a good light, but there are so many everyday uses for a flashlight. And having one in your pocket ready to go during the day or obviously at night when light is your #1 security tool. But it also helps you to find items that are dropped between the seats in your car, or it rolls up under a desk. And having light is just one of those things, whether you're 5 years old or you're 95 years old, everyone could use a light. And again, we want to thank Wuben again for sending the X3 Owl and also the X0 Night. Just a couple of cool options. I'd never had any experience with them before, but very impressed. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. their box, their recharging box. And this is, what is this, a recharging box? Just gives you the visibility to see what you're facing. That don't sound right. It sounds like some kind of horse crap. Guys, light is your #1 security tool, something that you're going to use for, Light is your #1 security tool, and it's something that illuminates the dark. It gives you light in darkness, and it's light in darkness, and it gives you darkness and light. If you don't have a light, then you just have darkness. Now, if you want to go to the red setting, okay, I'm going way ahead of myself, Light. One of the big things about this light is that it'll actually turn 180 degrees. And so